Hi, my name's Abigail and this is Joel, and we're from Cribs and we work on the Unlimited team, which work in secondary schools. And we're here to talk to you today about coming back to school and how you feel about that after being away for so long. So, Joel, I wanted to ask you, what was the best thing about lockdown for you?
Lockdown, the best thing about lockdown for me was the ability to not have a routine or not just to be rushing around. I think when you go to work or you're going to school, I guess there's that pressure to get to wake up on time, get to eat your breakfast, get dressed, and go to school on time. Whereas during lockdown, I didn't have that, so it was easier for me just to relax, wake up when I needed to wake up, set my own routine, and then relax for the rest of the day. And I found that so comfortable and relaxing for me personally. So yeah, I think that was the best bit. But in saying that, for you, what was the most challenging part of lockdown?
Oh, yeah. So the most challenging part of lockdown for me, I'd say, was not being able to see people, not being able to interact with people
Yeah.
outside my own family. I found
Mhm.
that quite difficult. I didn't really like the Zoom calls and things like that. They were okay, but it's not the same as seeing people. And obviously with Cribs, do lots of work with children and young people, and I miss the young people. I miss being able to interact with them
Yeah.
and the work that I was doing with them. So I did really miss that, and I really wanted to get back to work and wanted to get back to seeing the young people as well.
Yeah, definitely. I understand that.
Yeah. And now that we are back at work, even though it's not normal,
Yeah.
how are you feeling now?
I'm really relieved about going back, if I'm honest. To be at home for that period, for that long, that length of time was too much. You can't go out, and if you can go out, it's only for like a 10-15 minute walk. Anything longer, and you were breaking the law. So I think for me, I was relieved to be able to come back and just help people, see my work colleagues, help the young people, kind of talk to schools, and just get back into the swing of work. For me, is the best thing at the moment, I think.
Cool. Okay, so what we want you to do now is just with the person next to you, we want you to have a little bit of a think about those questions. So, what was the best thing about lockdown for you? What was the most challenging thing about lockdown? And now you're back at school, how do you feel now? So, it's over to you.
Welcome back. I hope you've had an amazing conversation, and I hope you've been honest about what you did or how you felt. So we're gonna transition this part into routines. So during lockdown, some of you created new routines, and others of you didn't. And so routines are important. So it's something that we want to discuss with you. So Abigail, as we're talking about routines, how was your routine when it came to going to bed and waking up in the morning?
Yeah, so I think definitely at the beginning of lockdown, it was a bit like, yes, I can sleep as long as I want, I can stay up as late as I want, and my routine in that area definitely went a bit to pot really. But then near the middle of lockdown, after a few weeks, maybe a couple of months, I realised that I was going to bed later and later and getting up later and later. And I was just feeling really tired all the time.
Hmm.
So I really tried to bring routine back. So I always tried to make sure towards the second half of lockdown that I was at least up by 9.
Yeah.
But obviously that's very different to now,
Yeah.
because now I have to get up at 7, half 7 in
Yeah.
order to make sure that I have everything ready before my day starts, and that I'm where I need to be on time. So it is very different now than in lockdown. But I did have a little bit of a routine, yeah, because like I said, I just felt I was tired all the time
Yeah.
otherwise. And what about you? How did you find it? Because I know you're at uni, so how
Yeah.
did you find your uni work? And were you able to do exercise in lockdown as well?
So when I was during lockdown, I think I created a routine. So because I wasn't at work, it gave me more time to get my uni work done. So what I'll do is I wake up in the morning, and I would spend about 3 hours a day just on university work, whether that was reading, writing assignments, or just kind of doing some extracurricular stuff. I did a lot of reading during lockdown as well. So if I wasn't doing uni work, I was making sure that I was reading, and at the end of the day, I had screen time. I think throughout my day, I made sure that I did fit in exercise. So every day I went for a walk, or every 2 days I went for a walk, because you kind of begin to get rattled when you're at home too much. So I just went out for walks, and that was great for me, because I was eating a lot, and so I had to make sure that I dropped some of my weight, the weight that I had. So I did go running, jogging. I did walking. I kind of did a little gym workout at home. So tried to make sure that I kept myself active throughout lockdown, which was great. I mean, it was great fun. I did it with my family, so it was great fun. We had fun doing it. So I think in terms of routine, I tried to keep one for work, but also one for physical activity, which was amazing, I think. So in terms of your health now, in terms of looking at health, post lockdown, how would you say your health is right now? How would you rate that?
Yeah, I mean, I know there are some people that for them lockdown was like a chance to kind of get hold of their health and
Yeah.
improve their health. They did more exercise, they had a better diet. Unfortunately, I have to say that wasn't me.
Okay.
I definitely eat when I'm bored.
Yeah.
And I think nothing was open, only the supermarkets were open. So you go and get all those nice little foods that you like from the
Yeah.
supermarket, and then you know they're in the fridge. So you're always tempted to go and eat them, and you're not really doing much. So you're like, oh, I'll have another snack. So yeah, definitely my health wasn't great during lockdown.
Okay.
I'm not very good if I'm not around other people.
Yeah.
I think other people encourage me to exercise. They encourage me to make healthy choices. When it's just me on my own, I tend to make more unhealthy choices.
Yeah.
And that's definitely something that now lockdown is kind of finishing, I'm going to have to get more on top of, because I'm aware that I haven't made the healthiest of choices during lockdown.
So guys, we're going to turn it back to you. We want you to figure out what routines did you create? So bedtimes, what time did you wake up? When it came to social media, how much time did you spend on it? In terms of physical activity, did you do a lot? Did you do a little? How was your health? How would you rate your health between 1 to 10? And your schoolwork productivity. How much of that did you actually do a day? Please discuss these, and we'll come back to you when you finish. See you later.
Hi, I hope you had a really good discussion about your routines in lockdown. Those things we've been talking about, your sleep, how much exercise you're getting, what your diet is like, they all contribute to your physical well-being, how much energy you have, and how confident you feel in your body to be able to do the things you want it to do.
So mental well-being dovetails with physical well-being, and that happens because when we look at mental well-being, we look at the stress levels, so how stressed a person is. Self-esteem is important, so the way you view yourself, emotional resilience. So how able are you to push through when things are difficult and hard and not give up? Those things have a big impact on physical well-being.
Yeah, because physical well-being and mental well-being are really closely linked. Sometimes we can think, oh, I can exercise, I can lose weight, and I'll feel better about myself. But actually, you have to take care of your mental well-being as well. For example, like sleep. Sleep, if you don't get enough sleep, you're going to feel tired. Of course you are. But it's also going to affect your mood. And it's going to affect your ability to control your emotions and deal with problems, which is your mental well-being. And both of these things have a big impact on how you're able to be organised at school and how well you're able to do in your schoolwork as well. And we're going to listen to Dan now, who has an example of that.
Hi guys, I just wanted to just share a little story about a time of my life around 4 years ago. I was really struggling with my mental health. I was feeling really low, to the point where I actually went to the doctors. And then that went on for about a year where I was really struggling. And the change that actually happened for me was when I had a change in circumstances of how I travelled to work. Before, I was driving every day, but then I suddenly had to start finding a different way to travel. So I bought myself a £50 bike. And that completely changed my life. I felt so much better about myself. I got fitter, I was healthier, but it completely changed my mental well-being as well as my physical well-being. And that's just a little example from my life about how when I started to look after myself a bit better physically, it made a massive change to my mental well-being.
Thanks, Dan, for that amazing example. Now we're going to look at ways to improve physical and mental well-being. On your screen, you should see a sheet, and on that sheet, there should be different boxes that give you an idea of different ways that you can improve your mental and physical well-being. Underneath these boxes are blank boxes, and those blank boxes are designed for you to think of your own ways to deal with your mental and your physical health. So please, later on, please fill these out, but think carefully about some of the ways and some of the things you may use to help your well-being. Now we're going to go over to Abigail, who's going to speak to us about our diamond priorities.
Yeah. So on your screen, you should see the other sheet that we've given you. And the link to all these sheets is in the description below the video. So with this one, what we want you to do is we want you to look at all those ideas to improve your mental and physical well-being, and the ones that you've written down as well. And we want you to pick your top 9 from both categories, from both mental and physical. And then you're going to arrange them on this diamond. So at the top, you're going to put the one that's most important to you and the one that you need to do the most urgently. So at the top for me, if I was improving my mental well-being, I would put a good sleep routine, because I know that having poor sleep routine really affects my mental well-being. So on the next row, I'm going to put 2 things that are also important to me. So I would really want to put listen to positive voices, and I would also want to put have a healthy diet. They're really important for me personally, for my mental well-being. And then you carry on filling out the diamond. Then at the bottom, you're going to put something that is still important to you, but maybe not as important as the ones at the top. Or it could be something that you're doing already and want to continue doing. So at the bottom, for me, I would put help out in your community. I already do that a lot, but I definitely want to continue doing that. So now it's your turn to fill out your diamonds, and maybe you can chat about it with the person next to you as well.
So guys, I hope you've enjoyed the 2 exercises that we've given you to do. So just to round up, we just want to talk to you about your mental and physical well-being are important. And they affect how we live our everyday lives, how we build relationships, how we think about ourselves, how we think about others, and what we do and how productive we are. Can I just give to you the fact that your mental health is important, and lockdown may have affected some of your mental health. So we encourage you, the steps that you have taken, the tips that you've written, to actually use them, and don't be afraid to ask for help, but also put things in place that will help you. It's been amazing to have worked with you. Abigail, is there anything else you want to say?
No, I just want to say it's been great to be with you virtually, and we hope to see you soon.